And now I want to make something that's Ligurian style from northern Italy. So let me clean up the decks here a little bit, keep everything neat and tidy, and bring up the next one. Now for this, you've cleaned the artichokes the same way again, except here we're using a little bit of butter and olive oil. That's what makes this Ligurian, you see, the use of butter, because that's something that is more used in the north of Italy than you'd find in the south. And you notice we use tomatoes in the umido, and we're not using tomatoes here because it's not something that's found in the north of Liguria. I mean, you can find them, but they're not grown the way they are in Sicily. And then garlic. So we've got, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And now the garlic goes in. And with that, we're going to put some more herbs. And here we've got parsley. But you know what else would be nice with this? Fresh basil or marjoram, 2 favorite herbs from Liguria. So in that goes the parsley. And just get that soft. And then, while that's cooking down, here are our artichokes again. And now what I'm going to do here is just cut these up into chunks. And you see I have them in the water with lemon juice. So now this is something called carciofi in tegami, which means it's cooked in a pot. I'm going to cut it up into chunks, and I really love this recipe because this has wine with it. And I would say for 4 people, you want 4 artichokes cut up into chunks like this. And then move them around in the oil and the butter. And then give them, again, a little bit of salt and a little bit of coarse pepper. And just let them cook down for a little while before you add the other ingredients. And let me clean up here before I do that and tell you what that is. Actually, before I do that, I want to give you a little lesson on how to keep your artichokes from bobbing up and down in the water. You see, most people put artichokes in a pan that's not nearly the right size. And when you're cooking artichokes, you don't want them to be bobbing up and down. You want them to be stationary. So if you use a pan that's just large enough to hold the number of artichokes you're cooking, they're going to stay in one place. Most artichokes, globe artichokes, take about 20 minutes to cook. I'm going to add milk to this. Again, northern Italy, you find a lot of use of dairy products. Not so much so in southern Italy. A big difference. So in goes the milk. And now, I want to lower the heat on this just a little. And then, I want to add some wine, some white wine to this. And here's a dry white wine, and you want about 1/4 to 1/2 cup. So I'm going to start with about a little bit more than 1/4. Just stir that around a little bit, cover the pot, and just savor the aroma.